Well, we got our first major patch today for Grounded 2. So what I want to do is go through these patch notes like I usually do and just kind of give my opinions on what the changes are, how they're going to affect the game, and things like that. So first off, great news. We have released a patch for all players. Please upgrade your game when you see the patch available. If you do not see the update right away, please verify game files. All right, we'll just skip by that. So let's just go down to what they're actually changing here. I'm expecting this to mostly be updates to performance and stuff like that and major bug fixes. Quality of life and community requested features. Acorn tops are now guaranteed as drop. I'm pretty sure that was in the first game, so that's definitely a good change there. Ready to flow for Steam players to use to access crossplay. So I think there was an issue with people playing on Steam and Xbox not being able to play with each other. I've not tried co-op yet, so hopefully that fixes it for those of you that have. Updated character icons in the HUD and map. Removed explore and go to entry where it wasn't possible to use. That would be that's probably some of the doors and stuff maybe that we can't get through. User can now hot deposit their haulable on a buggy. Wait, hot deposit their haulable on a buggy. That means you can hot deposit your grass planks and weed stems. I'm going to test out and see if you can actually hot deposit your stuff that's in your inventory too. That would be pretty cool as well. But definitely, that's definitely going to help out because I mean, you can harvest all the stuff that the buggy can't harvest, like the tier 2 weed stems and stuff like that, and throw it into your buggy so they can carry more for you. Wolf spider fur polish. Let's just delete the wolf spider. All right, next up, major bug fixes. Various performance improvements. We don't expect this to fix the performance problems as a whole, but various optimizations are underway behind the scenes. We'll continue to work on optimization throughout all development. Fix the issue where the orc bee by the blueberry bush was above the skybox and was unable to hit. I saw the orc bee below the skybox, below the train, so we'll see if that's... Hopefully this fixes it for most people. I think you could have fixed it by just reloading and maybe it would fix it. There was also, like, for me, like, if you could barely see the enemy, if you can see an enemy that's, like, stuck in something, but you can't hit it, a gas arrow always worked for me in the first game, so that could also be a workaround. Fixed a bug where orc creatures did not return to their intended locations after being pulled away. This fix is not retroactive. Please note you're not soft locked. Please go to where you died last to find the orc creature missing, okay? Various stability improvements. Major stability improvements were made. In our estimate, we're expecting 40 to 60% improvement. That's good to hear. Fixed the bug where share worlds crashed after prolonged gameplay. So there's probably a memory leak there. Also fixed the backend bug that would cause shared world saves to be lost indefinitely. That's definitely not fun to experience. So hopefully that didn't happen to many of you. Opening photo mode no longer causes clients to lose functionality during multiplayer sessions. I did not. Well, I haven't played multiplayer. So a lot of these are not affecting me, but hopefully they help any of you that have been playing multiplayer. Resolved an issue where the sizzle effect persisted indefinitely. I wonder if that was what was happening inside of the fire pit, because when I went inside the fire pit the first time, it felt like I was being sizzled nonstop. There's also a fight like towards the end of the game where you can get sizzled, and it felt like that never went away as either, so hopefully that's fixing those issues. Fixed a progression blocker that occurred when saving loading after defeating tutorial mites. Interesting. Addressed a bug where clients could fall beneath the train textures during multiplayer gameplay. Or addressed a bug where clients... Okay, I fell through the train a couple times in a couple of spots, so again, I haven't messed with multiplayer. Blank now properly descends during the blank encounter. Okay, I did not have this problem. I know exactly what that's talking about. Corrected instances where the park train failed to render for players. Key mappings now remain intact after an existing session, preventing unwanted resets. I did a bunch of key rebinding, and the rebinds worked, but then whenever I would go into the menu, it was back to what the defaults were, so I had no idea what I rebinded things back to. So hopefully this fixes the issue for people that are rebinding stuff. For me, my keys, I've kind of memorized where they are now, so I'm fine. Multiplayer bug fixes, various desync improvements. That's awesome. Fixed a bug where clients joined with improved stats. Fixed a bug where clients joined with improved stats. That doesn't sound like a bug. That sounds like a feature that everybody will want. Building improvements. Various improvements preventing building on dirt piles around the park. We don't expect this to be fixed completely, but improvements have been made. So if you're not aware, the little dirt clumps that are all over the map, some of them would just, it might have been all of them, but I know some of them, especially where my first house that I built right by the first ranger outpost, I tried to put spike strips down in like a perfect line around my base, and I literally couldn't place one of them because there was a little dirt clump and it wouldn't let me place it through it. So it sounds like that has been fixed, hopefully for the most part. Fix an issue where the S key wouldn't respond during build mode. Corrected name inconsistencies across various build structures. Resolved a problem that prevented decoration blueprints from being placed on walls or furniture. I did have that happen periodically where I was like, it's showing no wall support, even though I was on the wall. So again, good updates here. Buggies can now be summoned from greater distances without issue. Okay, fixed a bug where the red ant buggy incorrectly spawned as a hostile red soldier ant. Well, that could be cool. What if what if they had the personalities from the first game, but they were actually personalities? So like if you got a buggy that had like a, I don't know, it was like a mean personality or something, it just randomly attack you. That would be pretty funny. Addressed a controller issue where the right bumper or RB wouldn't function after mounting the Ore Weaver. Resolved a visual glitch where eggs stored in inventory became invisible. Fixed a scenario where players could become stuck beneath a buggy after dismounting. Okay. Prevented eggs from disappearing in storage following a save load. Eliminated overlapping UI for clients loading into a save while mounted. Fixed a bug that caused buggy loss after entering the cooler. Oh, that's the one where it just literally, like going into a cold area will literally just send the buggy back to your base. I don't know if that's stopping that, or maybe this was like actually your buggy's gone, because that would be pretty bad experience. Buggies no longer take gas damage while blocking. Improved buggy summoning logic to avoid spawning inside terrain. I have not had any of these except for my buggy. I've never lost a buggy, but they did definitely go back to the base. Like they would just despawn and go back to the base when I went into a cold area. Creative mode, fixed the bug where the handy nat feature was not functioning. Yeah, I went into creative mode, went into handy nat, and there was literally no keybind to get out of handy nat. I put the keybind in and I could not get out of handy nat, so I had to quit and go back in to fix that. Invert vertical lookup. Okay, these are kind of whatever. Mysterious stranger no longer appears in creative mode. Ranger outposts are now correctly unlocked. Removed. Okay. The park. Various fixes with creatures spawning inside geometry. Okay. That was a carryover from the first game. I know I memed on it a ton the first time. It's been happening now. Hopefully the bugs will not be spawning inside of rocks. Or I've actually seen bugs walk, go under the terrain, and then pop out later on. Like, it's really funny looking. But the most frustrating was when they're inside of a rock, and then sometimes they can hit you and you can't hit them. Sometimes they just lunge out at you and hit you and you don't even see it. Raw science orbs are now easier to see from a distance. I've not had that problem. Patched several terrain gaps throughout the park. I did see a couple of those. Corrected floating waypoint markers in specific areas. When you place your own waypoint, it always goes up sky high, so I wonder if that fixes that across the whole map. Reduce shadow flickering across park regions. I haven't seen that either. Fix the soft lock that could occur after dying in the teleporter. What is the teleporter? Are they talking about I guess they're talking about the pneumatics tube system? Bees now follow proper sleep behavior at night. Okay, good. Because bees are probably one of the hardest bugs to farm the resources for. Closed off access to unfinished areas that were previously reachable. Guess you won't be able to get in that tarantula arena anymore, guys. Address a stuck spot on the ramp in the Orc Cockroach Queen arena. Okay. Clients now experience proper collision when parkouring on plant stems. Okay. Resource Finder now correctly detects all intended sources. That was my major issue with the Resource Finder was I would scan for something and I'm like, I know that this resource exists in this spot and it's not showing up on the map. So hopefully it fixes that. Combat. Wearing wolf spider armor no longer causes all daggers to apply venom on regular attacks. So that's a slight nerf. It's not a nerf, it's actually a bug fix, but it is a slight nerf to the rogue assassin build. Fixed an issue where drinking dirty water caused infinite sick debuff stacking. Okay. Thrown weapons no longer get stuck midair. For clients, fixed a bug where the death timer was not visible to a client after save load. Additional bug fixes. UI UX, replace placeholder text and fertilizer description. Tutorial tip now correctly reflects custom key bindings. Remove non-functional activate handy nat. Corrected item preview behavior in the crafting menu. Eliminated are any of these actually? I don't see any. I'm going to skip these because I'm going to leave the patch notes in the description down below if you want to read through all these. These just kind of look like they're typographical fixes. Gameplay. Players can now complete the hatchery blueprint from all sides. Oh, that was happening to me. I thought I was like too close to it. So you could only like build it from like one side for some reason. Restored functionality to the S key in build mode. Quests now progress correctly after smoothie creation. If you didn't experience this, there was a bug, at least with the smoothie to create the, what was it? Not the sticky, is it the beef? Whichever ones that are made out of the chocolate base would only work. No, it was the ones made out of gum. The ones made out of gum would only, the quest would only complete for me if I made Green Machine. Optical discs are now collectible post-tutorial. Mixer event completion no longer blocks subsequent quests. Wonder what that means. What other quests would what does that mean? If you do the mixer before you do like get all the chips, you can okay. Blueprint placed near dirt clumps and mixer now work as expected. Remove duplicate quest entries for those who have been completed. Candy consumption on the buggy now counts towards mutation progress. Improve buggy summoning and pathfinding. Fix a trap scenario on the web bridge. Status effects now visibly apply to creature models. Confront the stranger quest now unlocks properly. Photo references for ominous optical discs are now present. Thistle needle previews now display correctly. Suppress the post-battle incoming call after defeating the mysterious stranger. Interesting. One I'm not seeing on here that I keep experiencing is most of the time after it happens frequently, after getting attacked by the orc raids, I will kill all the orc raids. It will pop up giving me the raw science, and then it will still tell me I'm under attack. And I literally have to go find an aggressive creature and kill it for the attack thing to go away so I can sleep. So I don't see that so far. Are there any balance changes in here? Doesn't look like any balance changes, but let's see what else we got here. Environment, resolve terrain gaps. Okay, prevented out of bounds visibility near the mixer. Restricted unintended access to unfinished zones. And I hope you guys got all your recording ins for all that stuff that's not in the game, because it looks like you can't get out there anymore. Hopefully. Removed an out-of-world camera angle above the ranger outpost ceremony. Patched multiple visible breaks near the tennis ball. Empty terrarium and surrounding locations. Where's the tennis ball? Have I seen a tennis ball? I don't recall seeing a tennis ball. Maybe I haven't, I just don't remember it. Adjusted spawn points to prevent bombardier beetles from appearing inside geometry. Cool. Corrected orby replacement to avoid spawning within terrain. Cool. Fixed an issue where bombardier beetles became stuck in foliage around the park. Addressed spider fall-through behavior when interacting with webs. Eliminated flickering on brittle quartzite shards in the park. I have seen that. Enable proper placement of decoration blueprints on the walls and furniture. I think they already mentioned that earlier. Refined buggy summoning logic. Okay, they talked about that. Relocated scorpion adult spawns to prevent overlap with the statue bush. Restore blueberry harvesting functionality on the picnic table. Fix one-sided texture rendering in the ceremony area. Realigned stone collision near molar stash. Corrected mosquito sleep spot positioning. I would like to see I think the bugs should snore at a at a volume that is equivalent to their size. I swear to God, I get jump scared every time I walk past like a snoring mosquito because it sounds like it's like a wolf spider or something. Okay, sealed and out of gap. Man, there was a lot of out of bounds places here. Sealed and out of world gap near the ranger station flower bed. Closed visual breaks near the Girth magazine. Okay, are there any of these? I'm just going to skim through these because there's a lot here. These look like they're basically just minor fixes to terrain and stuff like that. Audio adjusted sound behavior to the mysterious stranger sound effects. Limited the array ringing. Okay. Sync the cockroach queen's body slam. Restore missing ambient. Okay. These are all bugs fixes. Localization changes here. Art updated the cockroach queen's blank state to correct. Okay. Resolved an issue. Okay. These are just kind of all cosmetic stuff. Key binding does not persist correctly after exiting multiplayer. Omni-tool interactions are no longer interrupted. Founder pack skins remain equipped after joining. Prevented. This is all multiplayer stuff. Prevented users from launching multiple instances of the game simultaneously. Realigned client-side waking animations. Fixed shared world saving renaming functionality. Restored visibility of founders pack gear and hairstyles in peeper mode. Removed indefinite waiting for others prompt triggered by the lean-to. So it looks like lots and lots of stuff in here. I didn't even read all of them, and it still took me quite a while to get through them. Glad to see they're jumping on a lot of this stuff right off the get-go. Quality of life stuff, bug fixes, hopefully performance improvements for most people, fixing like visual things, and honestly bugs. A lot of these did not affect me. I've not run into a lot of these. Bugs in the terrain, of course, I've seen that. That's grounded. Let's be honest here. So hopefully a lot of those are fixed, and hopefully I hope I get more FPS today. But I'm going to be jumping in to check out this update shortly after this video goes live on both YouTube and Twitch. So if you want to check that out, make sure you're subbed to the channel. Make sure you like this video. And overall, I think these are good changes. I'm expecting a balance patch to come at some point in the near future, because if you played the game, if you tried some of the builds are wildly better than others. So I do expect a balance patch to be coming soon, but I am glad to see they're addressing performance issues 1 week after launch. That's kind of what all you can ask for. So it looks like they're on top of it, and hopefully the game is hopefully everybody has a better experience from here on out. So anyway, if you found the video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing for content just like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.